right now, start off, like Ms. Wilson said, we're gonna be talking about alcohol, getting into different types of drugs, but today we're gonna focus on alcohol. And real quick, I just have a quick instant activity video for you to watch, to show some effects of alcohol, and just a little bit of some statistics for you. So,
Beer, whiskey, tequila, wine. Alcohol comes in many forms, and while it might be nice to enjoy a drink of your choice after a long, hard day, or even partake in some alcoholic beverages at a weekend get-together, alcohol can and does have its effects and consequences. Let's start with the human body. Drinking alcohol increases the risk of cancers of the mouth, esophagus, pharynx, larynx, liver, and breast. In 2009, alcohol-related liver disease was the primary cause of 1 in 3 liver transplants in the United States. And in 2013, of the 72,559 liver disease deaths among individuals aged 12 and older, 45.8% involved alcohol. Drinking alcohol can also lead to alcohol use disorder, or AUD, which is basically the medical diagnosis of problem drinking that becomes severe. In 2014, 16.3 million adults had AUD. This includes 10.6 million men and 5.7 million women. If you think you might need to seek treatment for alcohol use, you're not alone. That same year, about 1.5 million adults received treatment for alcohol use disorder at a specialized treatment facility. Alcohol can also have seriously dangerous consequences. Did you know nearly 88,000 people die from alcohol-related causes annually? That makes alcohol the 4th leading preventable cause of death in the United States.
alright, so what do we think of the video? Anything stand out to you? Any facts maybe? Statistics? Anything? Anybody remember anything they said in the video? It is, right? Alcohol is the 4th preventable leading cause of death. It said it was 88,000 people each year due to alcohol-related issues, right? Good. So today we're just going to be getting into alcohol, understand the effects of alcohol, what your blood alcohol level is, just some short and long-term consequences of it. If you want to pull out your notebook or Chromebook, I suggest maybe taking a few notes just because it'll help on the main activity, the worksheet at the end. Starting some with the effects of alcohol. So alcohol is a very dangerous drug that kills thousands of people every year and addicts millions more. It can tear families apart and is involved in more than half the violent crimes committed in this country. So when people drive under the influence, drunk driving crashes kill between 3,000 and 4,000 teenagers every year. The numbers were much higher when they allowed people at 18 years old to drink. So when they moved that number, when they changed the age to 21, the legal drinking age, they saw some statistics and the numbers decreased. So like any other drug, alcohol can change the way your body functions. It changes your attitudes, your perception, your mood, your speaking ability. You might have slurred speech. So alcohol abuse can do all these things. So these changes can be unhealthy and very dangerous. So what changes can happen to a person who drinks alcohol? So what do you think? What are some health changes that might occur? Maybe some health problems? We think of anything?
Someone can get angry.
Someone get angered? Okay. Liver failure? Good. We're gonna talk a little bit about that. Do you think other mental health issues that we've been talking about can occur due to alcohol abuse? Depression, yeah, good one, right? Anxiety, stress, all of these can occur due to alcohol abuse. You want to make sure to get that right there. we'll move on to some statistics of alcohol. So alcohol advertisements, they typically show images of happy, healthy, young-looking adults to be able to promote and sell their drug. However, alcohol is addictive, it can be physically damaged, and often an entry into other drug use, leading into other substance abuse. And just some statistics to give you the reality of it and how severe alcohol can be. In 2017, a little over 1,800 drivers ages 15 to 20 were involved in fatal motor vehicle crashes where alcohol was involved. In a national survey conducted in 2011, 24% of teens reported that within the previous month they had ridden with somebody who was driving impaired, who was under the influence. And then in that same month, 8% of people also reported that they had driven under the influence themselves as well. In 2010, 56% of drivers ages 15 to 20 were killed in motor vehicle crashes after drinking and driving while not wearing their seatbelt. So they were under the influence, not wearing their seatbelt. In 2010, half of teen deaths from motor vehicle crashes occurred between 3 p.m. and midnight, and 55% occurred on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So for teenagers, for adolescents, usually during school they might not have as much free time, so it's usually during the weekend. In 2014, almost 10,000 people were killed in alcohol-impaired driving crashes, accounting for nearly 1/3 or 31% of all traffic-related deaths in the United States. And of the 1,000 traffic deaths among children ages 0 to 14 years, 209 involved in alcohol-impaired driving. Somebody driving under the influence. You don't have to write all these down. You don't really have to write any of them, actually. Just want to give you a little reality of it. So alcohol maker. What alcohol is made up of? So ethanol, which is a type of alcohol in alcoholic beverages. Ethanol can be produced synthetically or naturally by fermenting fruits, vegetables, and grains. And during this process, fermentation is the chemical actions of yeast and sugars. So how alcohol is made up is water, flavoring, and minerals are mixed with that ethanol to produce beverages such as beer, wine, liquor, malt liquor drinks, different types of things, different types of alcohol. Give you another 20 seconds or so. Moving on. So, when alcohol enters the body, okay, so when you take a sip of alcohol, when you take a drink of alcohol, it first makes your way down to your stomach, and then down into your small intestine, after your small intestine into your bloodstream, and then lastly into your cells and tissues and into your brain. Okay, so eventually the alcohol will reach your liver, which will break it down into carbon dioxide and water. Now, it takes a person's liver more than an hour to break down one bottle of beer. So one bottle of beer takes your liver an hour, more than an hour to break it down. Now, your blood alcohol level. Has anybody ever heard of your blood alcohol level before?
Yeah.
Your blood alcohol concentration?
Legal limit is like 0.08.
.08 right for adults. Over 21, I think for under 21 it's like .01, .02, something like that. Not too sure, but does anybody know how they test for blood alcohol level? Breathalyzer, right? Have you ever seen maybe on TV or see somebody get pulled over for drunk driving? The police officer might ask them to blow into a breathalyzer. So this is a way to measure the level of alcohol in a person's body. So a person's blood alcohol level can be influenced by many things. Your gender, your body weight, the amount of food in your stomach, the rate of drinking, maybe how much you've already drank that day. All different factors that can influence a person's blood alcohol level. And then if your blood alcohol level is .1, it means that 0.1% or 1/1000th of your blood is pure alcohol. Does that make sense to everybody? And then one drink is enough to interfere with a person's judgment and reflexes. Sort of going back to talking about your perception, how it can change the way your body functions. So that's your blood alcohol level. Does anybody have any questions about that? No. Moving on. So some short-term consequences. So someone who drinks alcohol might use alcohol as a depressant. So if we remember talking about those with other mental health disorders such as anxiety, depression, talked about how people take depressants and these medications to relieve any stress they may have, any problems. So people use alcohol to relieve some of the problems they might have as well, and use that as a depressant. Another is intoxicated. So this is a state in which the body is poisoned by alcohol or another substance, and then the person's physical and mental control is significantly reduced. So again, they might be slurring their words a little more, their balance might be off, their perception, their attitude, their mood might all be changed, might be reduced. Alcohol stays in a person's system, again, until the liver can metabolize it or break it down. And then going back to those factors that influence a person's blood alcohol level, the amount of alcohol that can cause intoxication varies from person to person. So it's going to be different. Someone who is 6'2", 215 pounds compared to somebody who's 5'5", 140 pounds. The person who is smaller, 5'5" person, most likely is going to become intoxicated a lot quicker. Should have time for maybe one more slide, quick one. So continue with those. A 12-ounce bottle of beer, an 8-ounce glass of wine, and a 1.5-ounce glass of whiskey all have about the same alcohol content. So just going to this picture right here I have, just shows the percentage of alcohol in each one. We have regular beer, malt liquor, table wine, 80 proof spirits, which is our hard liquor. Just sort of give you a comparison of the four. So another short-term consequence could be a hangover. So the next day after drinking, one might experience a hangover and experience uncomfortable physical effects brought on by alcohol use. Symptoms include headache, nausea, upset stomach, dizziness. Over here, I just have a little chart. So it shows your blood alcohol level and the effects on the body. So for a person who's 140 pounds, for one drink, the blood alcohol level would be about 0.025. Some effects they'd be feeling relaxed, warmth, maybe slight impairment of judgment. If we make our way down to like 3 or 4, their blood alcohol level is obviously going up. Their reflexes and coordination are impaired. Their speech and hearing. They're legally drunk in most states. Their vision, hearing, coordination, reflexes, all that are all off and not normally like they are when they're sober. And then if we get down here in the 8 and 12 drinks, very severe, no control on thoughts and perception, severe and dangerous, your nervous system might go into a coma, might result in death if it gets too severe. Just show you some effects on the body. Should I just wrap it up there? We'll stop there. We've got about another minute or so. Thank you all for the past few weeks.
We're gonna miss you.
Gonna miss you guys too. Thank you all for your hard work. Allowed me to come in and teach, get to know all of you, work with you. It was a good experience, so I appreciate it. And good luck the rest of the year.